talking to me and I didn't understand a word. Which is a fine.
Hello, everybody. We recently took a trip to Mexico.
We did.
Her first time out of the country.
Yep.
And didn't even have a passport, if we're being
not.
honest. Let's get into how you even were involved in this.
I even got involved. So I was actually invited by her dad, not her. I was in the back of a FaceTime call talking about the trip, and he was like, oh, she can come. And I was like, I don't even have a passport. And she was like, don't worry, we'll get you one. A week and a half later, I put my application in. And then got my photos, all of it. And then a week before
our trip,
we left, I got it. And I was like,
she'd already gotten her tickets, but we got like insurance in case, whatever.
In case it didn't arrive in time, so.
It doesn't matter, we lost our flight anyway. Almost got smashed by 2 semis.
So we were supposed to leave on a Thursday, and then
we were supposed to fly out Friday morning. Didn't fly out till Friday afternoon. Didn't get there till mid-Saturday. So we spent the night in Texas.
Overnight in an airport, which anybody knows is fun.
Great time. We were all tired, sleep deprived. It was horrendous. Right off the bat, bull riding and the dances that first weekend. They had a lot of bull riders. It was packed. It was crazy packed. There was live music playing during the bull rides, and they stayed and continued to play music. I stayed. She did not.
I did not stay, partly because we were standing for over 5 hours. That was like our second day. I was still getting used to all the noise and the culture shock of it all. I ended up meeting up with her sister and a couple of cousins, and I ended up going to the fair that was also in town. I did play a dart game. I won a stuffed animal. Go me.
Toothless.
I won Toothless. I couldn't have done all the dancing that she did. She was out until like 2 a.m. I was very tired. I was in bed by 10.
Every day I was at home. By 2. If you're about that life, you're about that life.
Yeah.
Secondly, we went to a wedding one day, and then we went to my cousin's birthday party, in which she also got engaged at, which was pretty cool to watch.
The birthday party was before the wedding, so the birthday party was my first time having alcohol there. And disclaimer, the age is 18 in Mexico.
She's 19.
I'm 19.
So she did not know what she was doing.
She had more than me because she was out on the dance floor, and they had a bottle of tequila.
We were doing shots.
They were doing shots.
It's a great time.
I was just back watching because, again, that was very early on in the trip, and I wasn't used to all the noise and everything. But yeah, that was super fun. The wedding, I've been told that they get more wild than the one that we were at was.
Yeah. It's just because of the weeks of the festival. Everybody and their mamas is out in the plaza and doing that stuff instead of at the wedding. But the wedding is like always dancing. There's great food. She barely had food. It was more like snack.
That was the first time I ordered in Spanish by myself.
By herself. I went to the bathroom and she ordered herself a little drinky drink.
Yep. I got to say what kind of drink I wanted, what I wanted it with, the type of tequila I wanted. It was great. I was very proud of myself.
February 2nd was the day of the main final event for the festival. So everybody is out in the plaza. Everybody's talking, drinking, listening to music. Every like 10 feet, there's a band, like a new band, playing music really loud. It's super saturated with people. Like you are in a single file holding hands. We also went to some baseball games while we were there. My uncle used to manage the baseball team, but one of his workers does now. Regardless, it's still like a family thing where we go and watch them. And they were like on their finals, I think is what it was. I can't remember exactly what the tournament was, like what they technically won, like the title. But it was the finals. If they won that first game, they would play the next week. So that's what they did. They did win. That was like the first or second day we were there, technically. And the first day we had gotten sunscreen and everything. So I was like, we need to make sure she doesn't burn.
Yeah, we went to the store that morning and then we went to the baseball games. But I put the sunscreen on like my arms and my face. And then I ended up burning on my lower back because my shirt rode up when I sat down. I mean, overall, I think the games were pretty good.
There was gambling. I won
happening.
500 pesos, and my dad spent it all.
I could understand the numbers that they were calling out. That was probably the only part I understood.
We went to my mom's hometown to visit that side of the family. We were only there for one day, unfortunately. I only saw like a small chunk of my family there too. We did a lot of shopping, which was kind of crazy.
Yeah, so we had to like speed run shopping because we were on a time constraint.
We were zooming.
Sweating. And I specifically remember I was shopping and we were in the store. It was like the last one. She was off by herself. I was left to fend for myself. And this guy comes up and he starts speaking to me in Spanish. And I was like, hablo inglés. Like I speak English. And then he continued speaking me in Spanish, and I was like, I have no idea what you're saying.
Right after that, though, we did drive back, and we had some sick seafood. We go to this restaurant that we go to all the freaking time, and it was so good.
Yes.
Delicious.
I had ceviche, and I had some of her dad's grilled shrimp, and that was also really good.
So we went to a few farms. I don't know if we mentioned, but this isn't like your resort area. Nothing like that. This is like smaller town, still thousands of people, but still small town. A lot of the area is like farming and dairy farming. My grandpa has a dairy farm. My dad has a farm, but it's mostly like land. Rents out the land to my uncle, who he planted agave, which we're from Jalisco, which is like where the majority of tequila comes from. So she got to see that, did a little hiking.
Yeah, I will say the drive to her dad's farm where all the agave is was terrifying. It was cobblestone roads. The road was barely big enough for two small cars. We were in a van, so we were already in a large car. And we had to zigzag down the mountain, and it was like cliffs dropped off. So I was terrified the entire time. I did end up picking limes as well.
Oh yeah, the whole lime tree.
Yeah. Her grandpa's farm.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Was dairy. So there's a lot of pictures of cows on my phone.
Lots. They're so cute. Baby calves.
We got to tour the
where they actually milk.
The milking station, and then we got kind of pulled to the back where the milk is being held in the containers. Mm-hmm. And then all the calves that they had back there.
Like bottle feed. Well, technically it's like a bucket. But
yeah.
Those who know.
Yeah. They had like heifers and pregnant cows. They had bulls over on the side.
Pigs.
We saw
pigs.
Yep.
Cute little piggies.
There's pigs, goats.
Oh, and then we had it was like a grill out.
Yep.
We were there for my grandparents' birthdays, and they kind of like mixed everybody, because I have a lot of family, as we know. And there was probably like 5 people who had a birthday in that month. So they were all like celebrating together technically.
Yep.
One of my uncles got a mariachi for them. I did end up singing.
She did.
I was kind of bullied into it though.
Yeah. She was starting to get sick, so it was.
I didn't want to, because I was like, my throat was hurting, and I think they thought I was just like scared, which part of
part of it was.
Yeah. It was good food. I dream about that food again. I was feasting that day. I had so much food on my plate.
Yes.
And I wanted seconds, but then I got caught up with touring and everything that I just forgot. Yep. And it got late and we ended up leaving.
That was the day I learned what a tostada was. And that was super fun.
The last day was the concert, which is kind of like a dance as well. So we have bandas. I think the main guy was Virlan Garcia. Yes. I was excited. Main idea of that is for you to go out, listen to the music, and then again, same thing, bottle of tequila, y'all are in a circle dancing.
Yeah, we ended up we split the bottle between 11 people, and Celeste and I ended up having to share a cup because they didn't bring enough cups.
We didn't get home till late.
2 a.m. and then we had to leave at 8 a.m. to catch our flight the next morning.
Yep. The food. Amazing.
Very good. I had a lot of tacos, a lot of hamburgers.
Hamburgers was her favorite. The coconut cream. Lastly, your favorite thing of the whole stinking trip.
I really liked just the experience because I wanted to take a trip like this where I experience the people and how they live and the culture and stuff versus doing like a tourist. I would have preferred to know more Spanish. The kids, they were amazing. Valentina especially, her little 6-year-old cousin immediately, as soon as she learned that I spoke English, was practicing her English. And she
impressed all my aunts.
She would ask me in English and I would respond in Spanish. And that's how I practiced a lot of it.
Hope you guys enjoyed all the clips and learning about Mexico with us and Sophie. For me, it was also pretty eye-opening to see how other people might view me and my culture and my family specifically. Because you kind of forget, you know? Kind of like you think it's normal, but like it's not. Thanks, guys. See you later. Hope you enjoyed.